Hello everyone and welcome back to ZakLiT educational channel. So in this video I am going to tell you very important examination tips for the paper 1 as well as paper 2 of the UGC NET Environmental Sciences. So why these last minute tips are important? Because you have already prepared, revision is over, the exam is knocking at your door, and you all will be knowing that because of 1 mark or 1 silly mistake, your rank can be different from getting JRF or not getting JRF, which is your goal. So you should not miss this video and you should follow these tips strictly while you are going for the exam and sitting in the examination hall and going for achieving your dream. So without much delay, let's get started. So this tip is all about keep an eye on time and the timer. Yes, timer which will be on the right hand side of the screen where you will be appearing for the exam. You should keep your eyes always on the time, how much time is left, how many questions you have to complete, and where you are standing in that position of the examination. Because if you are going on solving every question before looking on the timer, then you may end up losing some questions which you will be knowing, but still you will leave and you will miss the marks. So this is the best thing, that every time within 15 minutes you should check the timer, and that will keep you in touch and on track with the JRF goal in the examination phase. This thing is about the usage, that is the proper usage of the rough sheet given in the exam. Yes, the rough sheet which you will be using in the exam should be neat and clean wherever you are going for the calculation or noting down any formula, because if you do it neat and clean way, it will consume less space and more you can solve. No need to ask for the rough sheet again and again to the invigilator. That will take your time and also your concentration. So you should be having clean and clear rough sheet whenever you are doing or calculating anything on the rough sheet, because if it is like this everywhere it is the mess, then your mind will be also messed up. You will be getting negative vibe. You will not be able to focus and concentrate nicely. So just keep your rough sheet clean and clear and keep your mind clean and clear, which will help you to give the examination in a much better way. Starting from question 1 to question 150, that means 50 questions from paper 1, 100 questions from paper 2, you should simply move ahead one by one, and in between if you are having any trouble, just leave those questions, mark for them, review and move to the next question. So in one stretch you should complete from question 1 to question 150, that is total of 150 questions. At a stretch you should not waste more time at a single question, because you should be getting confidence when you are solving all the questions. So let us assume question number 4, question number 5 you are not getting, leave that, skip that, mark for review and move ahead. So as a result, what will happen is your mind will get the message that whatever I am solving, I know the answer. That will help you to find whatever you don't know also, you will get the answer. So in this way, first in one stretch you have to complete all the question. If you don't know any question, if you don't know the answer, you can mark them and again return back to your problems. So leave your problems behind you and come back when you have already completed 150 question, and then solve those remaining question which you have marked. So this is the tip for moving ahead and leaving your problems or the questions which you don't know behind you. For the paper 1, I have selected 3 important units or categories you can say, in which I will give you the tips, starting with the data interpretation. Data interpretation, from my past knowledge of 5 to 6 years, I will be telling you that 2 questions, 1 or 2 questions out of the total 5 data interpretation question. So there will be total 5 questions in the interpretation question, and from those 5 questions, 1 or 2 will be little bit more difficult than the rest 3 questions. So that question will consume your more time. So if you are stuck in any data interpretation question, then think that it is that question which is little bit more difficult than the other 3. So that question you should leave that and you should come at the end to solve that, because time is very very important and you should not get stressed by solving any difficult question which is consuming your brain power as well as your time. So this is regarding the data interpretation, and that portion, that is along with reading comprehension, will be carrying total of 10 marks, because 5 in data interpretation, 5 in reading comprehension. So this out of 10 marks, if you are getting 7 or 8 questions right, 7 I am telling, if you are getting 7 also, then this will boost your score in the paper 1. It will be very very game changer for getting you in the JRF. So this thing, reading comprehension, will be very very important for you, because answer will be already given in the passages. You have to just focus, calmly and quietly read the passage well and answer the question given in the reading comprehension. So one more tip is that reading comprehension, as per my suggestion, you should start in the initial phase of your examination. Yes, in the end, if you are going for the reading comprehension, what will happen is you will not be focused, you will not be that much comfortable, because you want to rush and finish the examination as soon as possible. But if you are giving the reading comprehension more focus in the initial stage, then it has the maximum chances that you will select the correct option from the given question in the reading comprehension part. So I would suggest you, रीडिंग कम्प्रिहेंशन आप पहले ही स्टेज में आप उसको कर लीजिए. अगर ज़्यादा टाइम कंज्यूम हो रहा है तो उसको लीव करके आप एंड में आ सकते हैं, बट इनिशियली यू शुड डू, बिकॉज रीडिंग इट विल बी द फ्रेश माइंड, comfortably you can go through all the passage and appear for the question. So here these two categories are the game changer in which you are going for the maximum hunt. You should attempt it carefully and get maximum mark. Coming to the people and environment section, for the environmental science students which we are dealing with, they should never leave those questions or skip those questions, because you are from the environmental science background. You must attempt those questions and solve them carefully, and you should get full marks in this section. So this is the mark fetching region in the paper 1 for the net paper 2, that is environmental science students. So this is regarding these 3 portions. Next, coming to the tip, that is regarding the match the following. First I will give you in the match the following question, try to match the items which you know first. That means you know that in the list A it will be given 4 or 5 options, and list B also will be given 4 or 5 options. So which you know, first you try to match in your mind or in your rough sheet, and after matching 1 or 2 if you know, then try to look into the answer key. No need to go for all this thing by searching, by thinking what will be the correct answer for them. If you know 1 or 2 from the match the following, let us say A section, which will be matching with the B, then directly go and search in the options whether they are matching with that or not. And if you find any option like that, simply hit that option. You will save your time, you will save your energy. So automatically you will be knowing which other options will match. No need to think about that. Coming to the assertion and reasoning question, in this section the tip will be, first try to find if any statement is false. Yes, I am not telling first try to find if any statement is correct. In assertion or reasoning, if you are 100% sure that if anything is false, then your answer is there, because you have to select that option. Either assertion is false or reason is correct, or reason is false and assertion statement is correct. So if you know which one is false first, then it will be easier for you to answer that kind of question. But if both the statements are correct, then you have to utilize your memory, your knowledge to find out the answer for the assertion and reasoning type of question. And next important thing is that read carefully where it is mentioned, not in the question. Yes, many times we have seen that in questions it will be written not, but you will be hitting the options which will be, according to you, it will be the correct answer. But then what you will get a big 0 and you will not get the marks. So this is, you should read the questions carefully, especially in which it will be written not. So identify the statements which are not correct. Find the statements which is not related to this thing. So not thing you should read carefully, because it should not give you 0 marks. So this is the most important and yes, is the most simple tip I am giving you, that don't miss out anything. Yes, UGC net examination many people are giving because there is no negative marking. By thinking that only people are giving this exam. So what is your duty? Your must duty is you have to complete 150 question. Nobody should tell that I left this many question, I forgot to answer the review question. So first thing is you should attempt 150 questions, all 100% you should attempt, because you don't know whether one question or two question will take you away from your dream, that is getting JRF, as I have told you in the beginning of this video. So आपको सारा क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करना है, उसके लिए आपको टाइम खुद से मैनेज करते रहना है और आपका अपना टाइम मैनेज करके पूरे क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करने हैं. एंड दिस थिंग इज अबाउट एक्टिंग स्मार्टली फॉर द न्यूमेरिकल्स व्हिच वी डोंट नो. यस, many of the things will be coming and we don't know all the numericals formula, how to solve them. So if we don't know also, we should have the smart guess, not only simply clicking on any of these options, because I will tell you one thing which I used to follow is that in the questions they will be giving 2-3 values. And from those 2-3 values, let us assume one will be speed, one will be distance. You have to calculate the time. For example, I am telling. So how to calculate? If you don't know any of the formula how to calculate, then simply divide or multiply these values. Suppose A and B, two values are given in the question. It can be any values. You have to find the C. So in that situation, what you have to do, just for the smart guess thing, you have to multiply them, or you can divide those two values. Then after that you should look for the value which is closest to your calculated guess. This guesswork is the smart work. Either you can multiply those two values which are given in the question, or you can divide those two values and you can see and guess those from the 4 options given in the question. So this is the thing. If it is given 2 or 3 values, just try to multiply or divide with one another and you will get some values and just go with the closest value. Next, sometime what happens is in between 2 options we will be confused. Either A or B, either A or C. So in that case you don't have any choice. I will suggest you that select the one which came first in your mind. Yes, because somewhere you would have read or you would have seen any video, that's why it came first in your mind. That is psychological effect. So whatever option came first in your mind, go for that option if you are confused in between 2 options for any question. This is the tip. Next tip is, in numerical questions, be attentive about the correct unit for conversion. Yes, sometimes you will be doing the correct numerical, correct formula, but if you are not converting that into the correct conversion unit, then you will again get 0, because in options they will be giving you the wrong value which you would have got, and you will be misguided and you will select that option and you will not get the marks. So be careful about the numerical question for converting into the proper SI unit. Coming to the next thing, which is the most important thing, if you feel nervous in between as a human being, sometimes you will feel, no problem, take few seconds break, make yourself comfortable. I am telling you it will not be time consuming, so make yourself comfortable, sip some water, then again resume the game, again fight for your dream. So when you feel like quitting it in between the exam, think about why you started this exam, why you prepared that, what is your goal, and you will definitely succeed in the examination. So that was from this video. My best wishes are always with you. I know you will do very well because you have prepared well, and my best wishes are always with you. All the very best for the examination. Believe in yourself. Keep smiling. See you guys in our next video.